Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm David Pavey. A recent news story caught my attention. It was entitled, United Airlines sent a woman 3,000 miles in the wrong direction. Apparently a certain Lucy Bahetukale from France, who didn't speak English, bought a ticket to fly home from Newark, New Jersey to Paris. At the airport, she was given a boarding pass reading Newark to Charles de Gaulle and made her way to the correct gate. At the last minute, however, United Airlines announced a gate change in English. But Lucy didn't catch on due to the language issue, so she proceeded toward the door of the jetway leading to the wrong plane. There, a United Airlines agent scanned her boarding pass, but failed to notice the destination on her ticket. Stamped it, sent her onto the flight to San Francisco. Once on the plane, Lucy found somebody had already taken her seat, 22C. But a kind United Airlines flight attendant helped her out and found another seat for her, again failing to notice her boarding pass was for Paris. So instead of flying 8 hours east, Lucy took off on a flight heading 6 hours west. Now, I have no idea how soon after takeoff Lucy discovered that she was heading in the wrong direction. But once in San Francisco, she endured an 11-hour layover at the airport until United put her on a direct flight for France. Her journey from Newark to Paris took more than 28 hours. It seems to me that Lucy should carry some blame for getting on the wrong plane. But these days the media are quick to fault the airlines when there's an incident because they've tended to focus on profits while ignoring basics such as service and comfort and staff training. So once the media publicized the story, it was United that took the rap for the mistake. The airline eventually gave Lucy a refund and a voucher for another trip to visit her loved ones in the USA. Reflecting on the story, one reporter commented that many airlines today, like Lucy, are simply flying in the wrong direction. Now the thought of flying in the wrong direction struck me. It stayed with me, and it's the message that preaches, as we say, because when you fly the wrong way, you get to the wrong destination. For me, that brought to mind a passage I've been reading in the Bible about some of the last words of Joshua, the successor of Moses, a long-haul veteran of the faith, famous for his conquest of Jericho, when the walls came tumbling down. At the tender age of 110, Joshua assembled the Israelis before him to remind them of the importance of flying in the right direction. "I am very old," he said. "I am about to go the way of all the earth." And you need to pay attention to a person's last words. "Choose today whom you will serve," he warned them. "You have a choice to make between worshiping idols or the living God." And he set the example by declaring, "As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." Joshua's challenge reminds us that flying in the right direction means being fully devoted to God. Updated to our era, flying in the right direction means repenting of our sin and putting our trust in Jesus Christ for eternal life. Joshua warned the people to pay careful attention to how they conducted their lives. He didn't want them flying in the wrong direction by flirting with pagan idolatry. Be careful, he advised, careful to obey all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, without turning aside to the right or to the left. Updated to our era, Joshua would remind us that flying in the right direction points to the value of daily Bible reading. Pianist Arthur Rubinstein said, "When I miss practicing one day, nobody knows it. 2 days, I know it. 3 days, and the world knows it." So, Christians are called to choose not to blend in with our corrupt culture, but to take a clear stand for the faith, to avoid straddling the moral fence, to go public with our message, living a life of separation from the world, in it, but not of it. Wrote the Apostle John, "Do not love this world nor the things it offers you. For the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything that we see, and pride in our achievements and possessions. But anyone who does what pleases God will live forever." Lucy's story made me think. I want to be sure I'm flying in the right direction, pleasing God, and so knowing I'm headed for the right destination. And you? Thank you for tuning in to Village Church Connections.